Hello friends, welcome to Let's Shoot Accountancy. In today's session, we will be learning in detail the meaning and accounting treatment of some more peculiar items in non-profit organization. But before we begin, if you are new to this channel, then do subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified for new videos uploaded. And do visit our website www.letsshoot.com to check out many courses available at super exciting prices. Friends, in previous session, we already understood some peculiar items and its accounting. Let us now understand some more items one by one in detail. Do watch out this video till the end because for understanding the accounting and preparation of final accounts of NPO, it is utmost important to understand the meaning and accounting of these terms. So let's begin. First is payment of honorarium. Let us first understand the meaning of the term honorarium. It is a voluntary payment made by the organization to a person who is not an employee of the organization but has provided some services that are rendered normally without charges. So this is more like an expression of gratitude rather than the payment of remuneration for work done. This payment of honorarium is a revenue expenditure and shown on the expenditure side of income and expenditure account. For instance, any special performance is done by an artist at the club without any fees, but club voluntarily pay some amount to that person, then this payment is termed as honorarium and is debited to income and expenditure account. Is this much clear to you all? Now the next term is endowment fund. It is a fund or donation arising from bequest or gift and only the income of which is used for specific purpose. Hence, it is a capital receipt and shown on the liability sides of the balance sheet as an item of specific purpose fund. And do you know that the Harvard University Endowment is the largest academic endowment fund in the world with a $40.9 billion assets under the management as of 2019. Next are government grants. A government grant is a financial assistance or award given by a federal, state or local government authority for the beneficial project. Schools, colleges, public hospitals, etc. depend upon government grants for their activities. Here, the grantee, that is the organization, is not expected to repay the money, but is expected to use the funds from the grant for their stated purpose, which typically serves some larger good. Now the recurring grants in form of maintenance grants are treated as revenue receipts, that is income of the current year, and is credited to income and expenditure account. If suppose organization has received grants such as building grants, then those are treated as capital receipts and transferred to building fund account. Sometimes the non-profit organization receives cash subsidy from government or government agencies. This subsidy is also treated as revenue income for the year in which it is received. Heading towards the second last item, that is special fund. So friends, let us understand the basic meaning of the term special funds. Usually, the not-for-profit organizations create special funds for certain purposes or activities. Such funds are invested in securities and the income earned on such investments is added to the respective fund, not credited to income and expenditure account. If there is any profit or loss on sale of such investments, then it is also transferred to this fund. Similarly, the expenses incurred on such specific purposes are also deducted from the special fund. The amount for creation of a special fund comes from special donations, excess of income over expenditure, or from special fundraising activities performed by the organization. Also note that the special fund is different from the capital fund. For example, a club may maintain a special fund for sports activities. In such situation, the interest income on sports fund investment is added to the sports fund and all the expenses on sports deducted from there. Other examples of special fund could be prize fund, match fund, building fund, etc. The special funds are shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. However, if after adjustment of income and expenses, the balance in the specific or special fund is negative, it is transferred to the debit side of income and expenditure account or adjusted as per the prescribed directions. Moving ahead with the last term for today's session, that is stationery. Normally, expenses incurred on stationery and consumable items are charged to income and expenditure account. But in case stock of stationery, that is opening or closing stock, are given, then necessary adjustments are required to be made in the amount of purchase of stationery. And we need to work out the cost of stationery consumed. And its stock are shown on the asset side of balance sheet. Let us take an example to understand this. Stationery purchase during the year 2020-21 is Rs 1 lakh. Stock of stationery as on 1st April 2020, Rs 30,000, and on 31st March 2021, Rs 25,000. So how will this be accounted? Firstly, let us find out the stationery used or consumed during the year. Generally, any organization will first use the stock purchased earlier, that is opening stock, and so it becomes an expense of the current year. And the unused stock lying at the year end, that is closing stock, though purchased in the current year but not consumed during the year, so it is not an expense of the current year. So here, the cost of stationery consumed for the year 2020-21 will be equal to opening stock Rs 30,000, at purchase during the year Rs 1 lakh, less closing stock Rs 25,000, so it comes to Rs 1,05,000. Thus, the amount debited to income and expenditure account will be Rs 1,05,000, and the opening stock must be reflected in the opening balance sheet as on 1st April 2020 on the asset side, and the closing stock of 25,000 will be shown on the asset side of the closing balance sheet as on 31st March 2021. Is this clear to you all? So guys, these are the most important items in accounting of NPO covered in part 1 and part 2. Hence, make sure you watch out both the sessions and understand the concepts very clearly. We hope you like this session, and if you have any doubt, do ask us in the comment section below. After this, do check out the problem solving sessions for more in-depth understanding and practical application of these concepts. And stay tuned for more such videos. Also visit our website www.letsshoot.com for many accountancy and other courses available there. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to our channel. Thank you.